Glusenkamp Perez for 5 minutes.
Thank you, Chair. And thank you, Director Vought, for being here. I used to run, my husband and I own an auto repair and machine shop. I will never forget having an OSHA inspector come to my shop and ask me if my AC machine was a welder. The divorce of theory from practice, respect for people who have done the work, and who has the authority and the knowledge. My question to you is, like, how are you adapting your staffing decisions to ensure that it is not just a sterling resume who is in your office, but people who have done the work, respect for the trades? How many people do you have in your office who don't have a college degree?
I don't know the answer to that question. I come from a family of electricians, so that is my background. I've been very enthusiastic and excited about the policy proposals we had in the first term that I'm sure are working themselves through this one as well to ensure that we're not expecting people to have college degrees and sterling resumes that might show itself. But if someone can do the job, we want them at OMB as it pertains to our agency.
One kind of theoretical question I have here is that, I think Wendell Berry said that excellent workmanship, as with a braking plow, is destructive. Efficiency itself, it's not useful. It is efficiency towards what? It's about effectiveness. It's about a question of, like, what are we trying to do here? What is the purpose of this bill? My question to you is, like, all of this claims of pursuing efficiency, but the question is effectiveness. Like, that is the true goal of how are you implementing what my community needs in these systems. And a lot of that, in my view, comes down to the question of procedural burden on civil servants. So if you're successful in your pursuits, we will soon have a much smaller field of civil servants. Who is going to reduce the procedural burden on those civil servants to pursue effectiveness?
Well, I think, government efficiency is not meant to sum the totality of what you want from a federal government. I think it's meant to articulate an imbalance that we've seen in recent years and to correct for that imbalance. And so that's the partnership with whatever department or agency you're dealing with. Is they have been given responsibilities by Congress to go and perform functions on behalf of the American people. And the Department of Government Efficiency, to OMB to a large extent historically, is designed to make sure the work that they do is done in the best way possible. But I'm honestly, Congresswoman, I'm one of these people that encourages OMB not to ask the efficiency question first and foremost, but to ask, both in serving the president or the laws that you all have given us, what is trying to be accomplished by this, and let's make sure we accomplish it, and then you've earned the right to figure out how to do it most efficiently.
Yeah, my concern is that right now it's a process of randomly scapegoating civil servants and not a pursuit of, many of those people are exactly the people who could tell you what kind of bullshit paperwork they're putting up with. And so how to have not just a managerial class tell you what is appropriate, but actually the people who are doing the work should be part of that process of pointing out what the unproductive, proceduralism is.
I agree with you. Yeah. I want to know what career staff thinks. It's a hallmark of my time at OMB. And I hate the paperwork that we often put on agencies to perform and do things that are not designed to actually lead to better outcomes. And so we have a deregulatory side for the agencies doing the work as it comes to GIPRA and other things on the management side.
So I know you're a Christian. You might know the verse in Isaiah chapter 5, verse 8 that says, "Woe to those who add farm to farm and house to house till they are the sole inhabitants of the land." This is, I think, I hope a sentiment that we share, but the presidential budget calls for a 10% reduction in the Federal Trade Commission's competition budget and a static budget for the Department of Justice Antitrust Division, and reduction in the size of the workforce. So how will reducing the budget and staff of the antitrust agencies bring down the cost of living and ensure that small businesses like mine can compete on a fair, level playing field without a regulatory mode or antitrust forces holding us down?
Look, we think it's a priority. We have given the Department of Justice and the FTC the resources that they've asked for, And we don't necessarily value everything by the dollar amount that is given, but we do think it's important, and it's something that our leadership there will continue to pursue.
Thank you. Yield back.